Hi, Merry Christmas. Well, the January 6th committee of the U.S. Congress put out their report about Trump's mafia style actions while president to try to take over the presidency. Keep out all other candidates, make up fake electors, fake voters, throw out votes. That means when you go to vote, he just throws your vote in the trash. And make his wish the will of the country. You know, if you go to prison and you become a felon, they have certain laws they tell those people. They say if you go out and you vote as a felon, you can come back to jail. So you do one vote. You're a felon. You vote one time. Maybe you're passionate about something. And you vote and then you get caught. They'll drag you to jail. They will convict you and send you back to jail where you just came out of. Send you back to jail for 5 years. And that means when you come out again, you still can't vote. But you'll do 5 more years in jail. Well, Trump decided he was going to make up over 11,000 voters. He was going to throw 11,000 votes in the trash can. And he was going to make up 11,000 fake voters so he could win the election. This cannot go without punishment because we have lots of people in jail right now who are in jail because they were under the impression they could vote and they voted one time. Maybe it wasn't even for a big election, but some election they voted in one time. Someone may have said, "Oh no, you can vote." And they voted, and then they got 5 years in jail. You can't have them in jail and have Trump making up over 11,000 votes and not going to jail. Many, many crimes were committed by Trump. When he made up this insurrection, he riled people up. Said, go into the Capitol building, drag those people out, hang Mike Pence, and don't allow them to certify the presidential election. Riling up people like that is a crime. Many blacks in the South were killed, their families killed, families burned, people were hung, people were tortured, arms pulled off, legs pulled off, faces mutilated, because somebody riled up a crowd and told them lies, got them excited, and they went and got the blacks that they were targeted against and targeted them for mutilation, killing, burning, and all kinds of things. So I'm going to play this bit on Trump and say he deserves to be put in jail for a long time. He needs a trial. He's old. Giuliani is old. They're both going to die soon. But they need to be put on trial. Even if they get off by a jury, they need to have it all exposed on a trial. And then their legacy will be there for all time. What they really did, what the real corruption was. It'll be spelled out who did what. And hopefully they will be found guilty for their crimes. You know, when Trump went to the United Kingdom and we saw all that pomp and circumstance for Trump, and everybody was thinking, why in the world are they giving all of this hoopla for Trump? Trump's no big deal. Why are they giving all of this hoopla for Trump over in the United Kingdom? He had some of the biggest pomp and circumstance we had seen. Every military person was out in uniform for Trump to walk past with the Queen. It's because Trump knew about crimes in the royal family. Trump knew about Epstein. He knew about Ghislaine Maxwell. He knew that they had this child slavery, this sex group going on in the royal family through Andrew. And at that time, Andrew hadn't yet been convicted. He hadn't yet been exposed fully. And Trump knew he could expose the royal family. The Queen was ready to keep Andrew, her favorite son, in the clear. So she wanted to do anything Trump demanded in order to save Andrew. And that's why Trump got all of that. That's the way Ghislaine Maxwell works. She gathers information on people and then she uses it for blackmail. She works that way, and her father worked that way. Trump used that same tactic against people in Congress. They have lots of secrets, lots of things they do that are illegal, lots of things they could be put up on charges for. Trump knew it, and he was blackmailing a lot of people in Congress. That is why a lot of people in Congress were afraid to do anything against Trump. But let's see this report on Trump.
We fight like hell.
The January 6th committee leaving no doubt that former President Donald Trump was the one singularly responsible, saying none of the events of January 6th would have happened without him, drawing a clear line between Trump's election denials and the criminal referrals for Trump to the Justice Department. The committee is also recommending that he's barred from holding government office ever again, zeroing in on a section of the Constitution that says any office holder who engaged in an insurrection can be disqualified from serving again.
No man who would behave that way at that moment in time can ever serve in any position of authority in our nation again. He is unfit for any office.
House investigators say Trump and his inner circle engaged in at least 200 attempts to pressure state officials to overturn the results, including this call with Georgia's Secretary of State.
I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have, because we won the state.
The report also highlighting other key players in the alleged conspiracy, identifying pro-Trump lawyer Kenneth Chesebro as the architect of the fake electors plot, and a 23-minute call between Trump and attorney John Eastman as the genesis of the pressure campaign against Vice President Mike Pence.
If Mike Pence does the right thing, we win the election.
This leading the committee to recommend an overhaul of the 1887 Electoral Count Act that's close to becoming a reality, as the House and Senate have each passed their own reform bills. But back in 2020, Trump did not agree with every outlandish theory his team presented.
The massive influence of communist money through Venezuela, Cuba, and likely China in the interference with our elections here in the United States.
When Sidney Powell repeated these conspiracy theories in a phone call to Trump, White House aide Hope Hicks told the committee the president muted his speakerphone and laughed at Powell, telling the others in the room, "This does sound crazy," writing President Trump did not contact a single top national security official during the day.
Mr. President,
Trump responding to the report, calling it a witch hunt, and today he is still falsely claiming he won the 2020 election.
So Trump, over 11,000 votes he was trying to get. And some people were helping him get those. He even had fake electoral voters, people he had hand-picked. So those are fake votes that Trump got. Those are fake voters. You multiply each of those 11,000 plus the others, the fake electoral voters and others, by at least 5 years in jail or more, because these aren't regular voters, these are high-level voters who represent states. That's how many years in jail Trump deserves. And if Trump does not go to jail for these crimes, for these fake votes, then everybody who's in jail for voting one time when they were told not to vote needs to be released. We can't have two sets of laws, one for the rich and one for the poor. It's a crime or it's not a crime. If it's a crime, Trump certainly, magnificently, outlandishly violated the law. If it's not a crime, all of those people in jail for voting, even though they had been in prison, need to come out, because that vote was minuscule, little effect, wasn't going to change what happened in general with the way a state votes. So, like and subscribe, and have a great day. Bye.